Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tell the ground. Bring Sally up, bring Sally down. Last gun start, gotta tell the ground. Oh, Miss Lucy dead and gone, left me here to weep and moan.
It is here. Good talk, everyone. This is your boy Bly here with IronCross-Racing, and my new rim and tire have arrived, and it's so cool. I really like it. So, as opposed to just diving into this box like a kid on Christmas, I thought I'd go ahead and do a reveal just to kind of see if you guys ever order anything from Hog Pros. Which is pretty highly recommended on HD forums. There's a couple other people out there you can just get direct from the factory, technically, if you want to, but Hog Pro sometimes can catch a pretty good deal on everything. This particular case, the rim is a Sinister rim. It's a 50 spoke chrome, all chrome. That means the spokes, the rim, everything is all chrome, because I'm just a chrome whore. And that's just the way I wanted to go with my bike. My bike was telling me, since it's silver bullet silver, actually bullet silver, that it wanted to kind of go the chrome route, so that's what I'm kind of doing with it. Anyways, so I decided to do the kind of a Cali style, and that's kind of the direction I'll be going with the bike. I'll be starting doing some of these build series and documenting, you know, the various components that I get, putting them on. Like I said, this is going on a 2017 Road King. By the way, who's up next for the prostate exam? One thing I recommend, especially when you're dealing with all the chrome on a chromed out bike, bikes that are murdered out or blacked out, you don't have to worry about as much, which is probably the allure. So you don't have to sit there rubbing it with the diaper all day long. But the guys with the chromed out bikes, we know a thing or two about having to sit there and polish everything. So I typically like to wear rubber glovies, latex gloves whenever I'm working around my bike, detailing it, working on it. Just, you know, like I said, helps keep some of the fingerprints off, etc., etc. So, unfortunately, I did already open the box in a peek, because I just had to, because I'm just that way. One thing that you'll notice is, one thing I was checking when I got the box was that it was very well packaged from Hog Pros. They did a really good job with the packaging. I had the right amount of foam and cardboard on the inside to make sure nothing was damaged. I didn't see any protrusions from forklifts, forks sticking into the box or anything crazy. That's one reason why I opened it, is just to check, you know, basically for damage. So that's kind of where we're at with that. Okay, so let's get into it. So not only was it taped, but it was also stapled. And then I had this nice protected piece of cardboard here. So, the reveal. 1, 2, 2.5. Tick. Oh, look at that in all its chromy glory. It's chromalicious. It's chromtastic. Anyways, so as you can see here, you know, like I said, they got these cardboard pieces in the corners, keep it from moving around. Both top and bottom have foam. These foam pieces are actually, I think, adhered glued wise to the box, to the other piece. They came off, but the ones underneath were still attached. The rim arrived in great shape. I didn't see really any scratches, dents, dings, anything. So it got to me with no fanfare. When you're spending this much money on a rim, which I'm not necessarily going to go into details on, all I can tell you is that they're expensive. So when you spend that much money, you definitely want to make sure that you got zero, oh, wait, look, you have zero damage anywhere, because if you do, I would send it back and get what you want, because you're paying the money for it. So this rim came fully assembled. So what they did is they added the chrome rotors, which were from Sinister. This is a Metzler tire. I'll pull it out and look on it. I want to say it's the white wall Multi Pro 888, something like that. I'll put the exact description of the tire in up on the screen here in just a second for you so you can see exactly which tire it is. I think it's 120, 70, 21, something like that. 3.5 inch rim, which is the widest you can go with on the 50 spoke on the 21 inch, as far as I know. There might be more ones you get bigger, but as far as in this particular version, like I said, the largest you can technically get was the 3.5. The load rating on this tire is the exact same as the other bike, as the other stock tire, which is on an 18 inch rim, so that's good. So it also came with the fender extenders. So this, in order to keep on the 21 inch tires, they will fit in the stock configuration on the Road King, except for at speeds they can swell up and they can cause rubbing and burning on the inside of the fender. So they recommend either on the old bike you're able to drill out the bottom hole on the fender and kind of drill it out a little wider, and you could just rotate it just a tad, and that's all you needed. The newer bikes, they recommend going with a fender extender kit, so that just kind of raises the fender up a little bit. You still have to be careful though with the compression. I do, from my reading, some people say they have no problem. Other people say they put some bump stops on the tree because at full compression, sometimes if I put these kits on there, it could possibly cause it contacting with the fender. So hopefully that doesn't happen with me, but I'll keep you posted. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this bad boy. Give me that. Let's see the damn guy. Christmas in July, I tell you what. Come on. Sweet baby Jesus. So, look at that. Ain't it purty? Ain't that so purty? Looks like it comes with the metal valve stem cap. It's all chromed out. So this, okay, so this Metzler tire, it's an ME888 Marathon Ultra in the 120/70 21s. It's got really good, I heard some good things about these tires. They got good longevity. These tires would supposedly do pretty good in the wet as well as the dry. They have a lot of place for the water to extract out of the contact patch with these grooves, you know, obviously ribbed into the tire. Small white wall. I wouldn't really call this a white wall, I would call this a white stripe. It's blue right now because it's got a protective coating. That technically all gets cleaned off once you have to install it. They do this so when you're installing it, it doesn't get all black from the installation. Using gloves, I'm sure does help. So I'm going to go ahead and cut, and then we're going to go and show it next to the bike so you guys can kind of an idea on how large this tire is compared to the stock tire. Okay, so here you see the front tire. Once again, it's a 2017 Road King. Standard, not special. It's got an 18 inch rim on it. Tire, like I said, it's all pretty much stock. This handles pretty good. I mean, like I said, I've taken this thing on some pretty spirited rides. I'm a pretty aggressive rider, and it's done really well as far as handling. Very predictive, very sturdy. I don't get a lot of twists, a lot of shakes, a lot of nothing. I mean, really, it's like even handling on the corners and stuff. It's a pretty good bike. I was actually surprised. That's one thing I did a lot of research. What I'm hoping is that it won't necessarily take away from the handling characteristics of the bike too much. The biggest thing I see that I've read about is going to be around, supposedly on the 21 inch rim, you can drop it into corners. It seems to drop into corners easier, which could be a good and bad thing depending on whether or not you're expecting it or not. I also heard low speed maneuvers with the 21 inch tires. It's a little sluggish and a little clunky, I guess, going really slow around a parking lot. So I'll be reporting to you guys on that just to kind of give you an idea. Let's go ahead and show you what it looks like. And this is what it looks like with the 21 inch. And you can see that it's quite bigger and awfully shiny and chromy. Yeah, so it's a really good looking tire. It's gonna look awesome on the bike. This style that I'm going for isn't anything necessarily new out of the books. It's been done quite a few times. I haven't really seen too much as far as documenting and actually putting these tires on the bike. Usually you see the bike after the fact. One thing I have been getting comments on from individuals, my subscribers, thank you very much for all your comments, is anticipation looking for a build series on the Road King. So I was like, hey, instead of just knocking this out and getting on the bike as quickly as I wanted to, I decided to go ahead and start videoing these and taking the time to show you the installation. There are tons of videos online in regards to how to install a tire onto a Harley Davidson, Road King or otherwise, but like I said, I don't think I've necessarily seen one when they're putting fat spoke tire on. So why not? Just decided to do it and be just another video for you guys to watch and either get some inspiration or a little how-to on how to do it. I would say that on a PETA factor, this installation between 1 and 5 on a PETA factor, this is probably about a 1. Installing the front tire on the bike is going to be relatively simple. So as you can see, great tire. It is a little bit smaller in the front. I think I measured that across. It was about 5 inches. This is about 4.5. So you're already losing a little bit of overall from edge to edge. But at the same time, I think the contact patch and everything else, I think it's going to handle just fine. I've heard everybody loves these tires, and it really doesn't deter, and actually some people actually think it makes the bike handle better. I think it will be a little rougher though, because of the tire thickness is being, anything that's going to be a low profile, you're going to feel the bumps a little bit more. That's something that people have been concerned about. I don't think it should affect me that much. I think I'm more worried about bumps on the back as opposed to the front. So we'll just kind of see how it goes. But like I said, I'll do a post review in regards to what do I think about this installation, and if it was money well spent. Definitely think on the looks department though, it's going to be bomb diggity. It's going to be pretty sweet. Also going to be doing some other stuff with the bike in regards to taller bars. Looking at some polyaphy monkey bars, 14-inch, going from the stock 12s. So those should be pretty nice. Not too crazy ape hangery, but should be pretty cool. I'm also going to be doing chrome covers for the rotors, the calipers, and some chrome axle nut covers, which I'll be putting on when I install the bike. So you'll see that in the finished product. So plan on doing that in a couple days, possibly this weekend, because I want to get this tire on as soon as I can so I can start breaking it in and start enjoying it. So, so stay tuned and more to come. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like my videos, all my videos and my content, please press that subscribe button. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.
Oh, Miss Lucy.